Hey folks, Seasons here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Farm Sim 17. It has been a couple of days and a couple of other things to upload to the channel that I thought you guys might be interested in. So, before I forget, there's a really interesting mod on the Mod Hub. The heck is it? No, I don't know. Start Point, I think it's called. Something like that. But basically, it's a very simple little mod. But what it does is once you install it, when you are done your game for the day, and you log off, when you log back in, rather than be at, well, you know, your house, which may or may not be convenient to where you're working, you will log back in exactly, okay, I'm going to go to morning now. You'll log back in exactly the same place you logged out. Which means, well, I guess 6 o'clock in the morning, this is as good as it gets. Okay, let's turn a flashlight on here. Yeah, you can see without all of our other kit, we're go through money pretty quick. So yeah, the last thing I had been doing was using this trailer to unload that harvester. Now, his job's not quite done yet, is it? I think there's, yeah, that's what I thought. There's actually a chunk of field out there in the middle of nowhere. So we're now the second day of early autumn. I would imagine another crop or two has come up. But, yeah, so when I logged off, I was working on that other tractor. When I logged in, I was standing right beside that JCB tractor. So very cool little mod. Tiny thing, but really quite effective. Really quite effective indeed. Wow, awful dark out here at 6 o'clock in the morning in the fall, isn't it? There's our farm off in the distance. A couple of twinkling lights in the barns. Whoops. As he drives into the back of his. I don't know that I'll even get all of this in there. That trailer's pretty full. Okay, well, apparently we did. So we should be able to go and finish this. Little bit that it is. Yeah, I think the hired crew had real issues figuring out our field parameters here when we first started, so there you are. And we'll jump out the back before you start spraying black straw all over everybody. And head on down the road. So how are we doing now for fields of... Ooh, everybody needs a good kalanen. So that's what we ended up with. Our summer breeding season for the cows is over. As you can see, next animal in not happening. We got 9 cows from our original 75. Now the pigs, on the other hand... We've made 15 piggies, and they're still breeding, apparently. The sheep are done. They're also not producing wool. It's too cold. So, from what I understand, I was told that, yeah, they actually do only shear sheep, and they only produce extra wool in the cold weather. And, which begs the question, and I know one of my viewers is Australian, what about Australian sheep, buddy? Because, let's face it, it just never really gets cold. I mean, okay, you guys might think it gets cold. Come and move to my country, and then tell me it gets cold in Australia. But because the temperatures, I mean, right now, it's 10 degrees Celsius. That's like, you know, 40-something degrees Fahrenheit or whatever it might be. So, it's kind of chilly. I don't know that it ever gets that cold. But the question is, so... do you shear sheep year-round in Australia? Seeing as it's warm enough. Like, or do sheep simply have, like, a season when they will produce wool, and they don't care if it's 10 degrees or 1,000 degrees, they're only going to produce it during that period? Really? I'm that far off, eh? Well, Now, I could say I'm surprised at how that worked out, but, you know, I'm not. Good heavens. Last couple of grains, and they're just not gonna go in there. But let's have a look. I was actually distracted by my critters at harvestation. Oh. So... okay. So we now have the sugar beet crop there is ready to go. None of our other grains are ready yet. Okay, that's interesting. Quite ready. Field 10. Oh, that's not ours. Okay. I'm just about to panic going, oh no, don't tell me it's potatoes. And the reason I would say, oh no, don't tell me it's potatoes, is because our potato harvester is currently sitting at the store in the sell me lot, because I am in fact going to sell it. Not only did we get 500,000 liter of potatoes, plus, you know, I stuffed a trailer full into the piggy trough, etc., or the mixed piggy food fodder thing. So we had lots, but the other thing is, too, not to say that'll be a forever amount, but it will cost us more to keep that in our possession for the whole winter than what we're going to lose by selling it and rebuying it. You know, they're an expensive piece of kit, and every day that you keep them, you're paying pretty stupid maintenance on them, to be honest. So, you know, we already paid for them to sit through the entire spring in our garage. So yeah, it is actually sitting in the store parking lot, waiting to be sold. Now, if I could chew your gentlemen's and ladies' ears for a moment on a different subject, as a lot of you know, I have started a channel over on VidMe, which is kind of a, you know, a YouTube wannabe sort of site, without the rather odd things that seem to have crept into YouTube. But that's neither here nor there. I have started a channel over there, but I kind of need you guys' help, because just as YouTube has a thing where you've got to have X number of views, X number of this, X number of that, to get verified on YouTube, it's the same thing with this place. Now, I'm not concerned about the verification for monetization. I've learned here on YouTube that, hey, I'm never going to make a living at this. But what it does do, and you know, it's one of those things, if I wasn't such a stubborn bugger and had actually read all of the instructions, I would have been aware of this. But, well, long story short, I made 4 videos, new series, to be put up there. And then I went to upload and realized something, well, rather odd. No, not odd. It should be, in fact, something I had expected. I just, like I said, didn't read the fine print. And that is, until you get verified there, you have a bandwidth limit. You can only upload, I think, 6 gig a week or something. Now, I mean, that sounds like a lot, but believe me, it is not. Not when it comes to 1080p rendered gaming videos. No siree, that's nothing. You guys have watched many videos that exceeded that limit in a single go. Oh, so this field's just going to goofily end up there, so I think we'll start up there. So there's not only a limit, and I've started a series over there on doing Construction Simulator 2015, or Construction Simulator Gold was released in 2015. I also, like I said, did 3 other videos. That was the only one, because the other limit is 30 minutes. Until you're verified, you're only allowed to upload up to a 30-minute video. So I spent, an entire day making and rendering videos, and then threw 3 of them in the garbage. So, not a good thing. But what I would really, really love if you... That's corn. How many of you were face palming? See what happens when I'm doing all this talking and no thinking. There you go. So yeah, what I'd like to ask, if you guys possibly would, is any of you that follow me here, if you would just go over there, and even if you don't watch the videos or anything else, if you'd at least click the follow thing, because I need 50 followers to apply for verification. And like I said, I don't care about monetization or any of that. I didn't even put the stuff in place to do that, i.e. the PayPal account, none of that crap. It's strictly that, you know, as I say, I can't upload more than a couple of videos, and I have to keep them under 30 minutes. And you guys that watch my channel know there's not too many of my videos that manage to crawl in under 30 minutes. I just tend to ramble on and on and on. So, yeah. So where is your next destination here? I shouldn't just be randomly driving this thing around. I need to know what we have for crops. Here we go. So, field 4 is corn. We've got canola there. Alright, I could probably... Oh, that's not ours. 15 is soybean. I could trailer you out there. Maybe that's what I gotta do, is get a trailer ready, I guess. 2 is soybean as well, but we've already got a harvester parked there, ready to go. That seems to be it for the moment. So I guess your next chore is actually going to be simply put you on a trailer, and it's daytime, we don't need all your lights. Drag you out to the other end of town, out by the sawmill, where we have a couple other fields. Interesting. So that one's done. We can start picking up the straw. I also need to take the JVC, that JVC. Yeah, I'm gonna take my stereo out to the field and see if I can harvest something with it. The JCB is hooked up to the. Okay, we can't come in this way apparently. Not with this guy. Oh, I've got a trailer. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I need to drop this on the trailer. It should be just over there. There it is. Alright, that makes more sense. Pulling the manure bucket, and he's got to head over to the big potato field that we just harvested out by the shop. But here's the thing. Now, I've told you guys... Oh, by the way, the VidMe thing, yeah, if any of you could head over there and hit the follow. And because they're not Google enabled, as far as they don't have, you know, meta search tags and all the stuff we have on YouTube, if you do happen to watch a video, make sure that you upvote it. It's the only way to really get on their search page, sort of thing, which is sort of important, I guess, so that other people can watch your videos, you can get followers, upvotes, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, enough about that. That's VidMe, this is here. So, oh no, you horrible, horrible, horrible monster. Oh man, I hate these trailers, I really do. Yeah, they don't work particularly well for the kit they're designed for. And they don't seem to work at all for modded kit. You know, I mean, it fell off the trailer bringing it out here. So... No, it's not quite what I wanted, although it's incredibly close. I want to be able to get my snout back underneath it there, obviously, and get it to reattach. But, oh, come on. Please get off the stupid trailer. No. See, this is the other thing. There's kind of a half lock script on these trailers, and it's just enough to make sure that things hang up on them. You know? But, there we go. Horrible piece of junk. try once again, since I can't fit into the farmyard, and I don't really want to drive down the road with this thing sticking out, because even if I get it on a trailer, this is going to take up 2 lanes. Thank you. Junk. Alright. Oh, of course, I had to park it right under a freaking tree. Ugh. I give up. I give up. I need a trailer or a tractor to pull that forward. I'm not going to keep screwing around with the harvester. Alright, where is that tractor? So the other thing we kind of have to decide here, like I said, I've got the JCB all set up, ready to haul a load of manure and start prepping our now harvested field for spring. However, there is also, as I have mentioned in a couple of episodes, a new version of this map available. And I think it puts back a couple of things I kind of like. It also adjusts the production. Yeah, strangely enough, even though the person that put the production thing in said they didn't need it adjusted, blah, 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 blah. It didn't make any difference at all to the time. I guess they realized it actually does. So there's been adjustments to the production, which is a good thing, because as you guys could see, it sort of was rampant. You know, you could make $1 million a day just off milk. So... oh, that's a sad little bit. 837 liters, but it wouldn't unload it last time. There we go. So how did we make out? 124,000. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Or is it the 47th? I don't know. Oh well. So yeah, we sort of have to make a decision. Well, I sort of have to make a decision, but of course I would love some input. If I switch over to the new map, because it changes what goes on in some fields, you have to do it with your fields basically empty. You're going to end up resetting the fields. So our choice is this. I can either continue to prep them for spring, or what we can do is once winter comes, I can shift over to the new map, you know what I mean, so that when first day of spring comes, we're going to be basically where we were when we started here, except on the new map. We won't have any crop in stock, we won't have any of that. But we will be playing the new version. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. And we will deal with it from there. Alright, so, I don't know why I came out here, to be honest with you. This is not really where I wanted to be. Yeah, you'll do. Where I really want to be is grabbing the baler. Now, oh yeah, I think I got a bigger windrower. Or is that the big one? I don't think it is. I suppose if you were even close. Alright, yeah, I think that's the one we've been using, isn't it, the Lely? Yeah, let's have a look here. Because it wasn't quite sucking up enough rows. Like for the mower, we were getting 1 row pretty much, which is almost pointless, right? Here we are. This guy, the Swadrow. Alright, so if we sell this, this is what we have. Okay. That should give us enough to get the Swadrow. Now, keep in mind, too, that our milk... 37, sure. I like this thing, but... again, it's just not very plenty big. It's only 9 meters. 1914. Yeah, we definitely want this guy. Main color, that's fine. I'm not going to waste money on paint. Not when the darn thing's 75K to start with. But yeah, let me know what you think. Or maybe come day 1 of spring, it'll be time to move to a different map. Again, let me know what you think. You know, I do this channel for my fine viewers to look at, and oops, I'd like to put up content you guys want to see. Oh, by the way, it's I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's Construction Simulator Gold that I've started on the VidMe thing. So I also had I was going to do not the most recent anno, but the one before that. Recorded about an hour of that. And, well, like I said, I had 3 other videos recorded, none of which you guys will ever see. So, there you go. Yeah, I've completely forgotten what I'm looking for. You guys guessed that one, right? There it is. I knew it was something. Yes, please. Deliver that. Ah, okay. Thank you. Let's go see what she looks like. She's big. She's green. She's a windrowing machine. Alrighty. Here we go. Yep, that's a piece of kit, isn't it? Wowzer. That is a piece of kit, I'll tell you. Look at all the little tangs and tongs and stuff hanging off of there. That thing's got more wheels than a whole taxi service. Wow. We got 4 wheels for each one of those. So that's 24, plus the 2 that hold it off the ground. 28 wheels. Wow. That's a whole lot of rubber to go around with your little pneumatic tire tester and go 12 pounds pressure, 16 pounds. Well, this one's down a pound. What, you don't got to do that? Sure you do. Alright, let's see what this thing looks like in its dramatic form. Now this is a process, isn't it? Wow. Check out that scissor action there. That's pretty cool. So they use the hydraulic rams down there, and when they compact them, it pulls that along the bar. What a system, man. Wow. That's just craziness. So, how big are you? Oh, you're just huge. Let me guess. You're going to do 3 rows? No. Alright. But you are at least going to comfortably do 2. See, and that's one of those deals, because it makes you wonder, is it worth doing then if it only does 2 rows? Because if you're only saving 1 trip and you got to make that trip with the next tool anyway, well, you guys have all been here, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, no, sorry. I meant to do this. Boom, 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 boom. Man. That's got to take a lot of torque to spin discs that size. Well, let's see how it does. Yeah, 2 rows is definitely the primo point for this. Oh, that's pretty nice though, eh? Check that out. Does a darn good job of taking our black goth straw and turning it into a pretty pile. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I ran into another rather odd thing here when I was playing earlier. The one trailer that I use, let's have a look here. This guy, in fact, it's the one right in the picture. Yeah, this trailer here. Now, I've been using it to put silage and mixed rations into the cows' troughs, right? From the silage silo and the mixed rations feeder. Whenever I put mixed rations in it, it empties the entire trailer, but it still says mixed rations, even though there's 0%. Oh, same is on sale. Interesting. So, it basically means that's it. Now you can't use the trailer for anything else because it keeps saying it has some extractions in it. In fact, I had to sell the trailer and rebuy it, you know, at a loss of a few $1,000s, just because I could no longer use it for anything other than that. Now, that's not the first time it happened, but the last time it happened, I was actually, after a couple of return visits to the trough, able to, you know, and tipping it. Like, it would tip and make the noises like it was unloading, but it showed 0, so it wouldn't unload anything. And I said the first time that happened, as soon as I tipped it back to the trough, it actually went blank, like I had an empty trailer again. But this time when I tried it, nope. And I tried every trough at the cow's field, thinking, you know, well, even though the numbers on the main page say they're low on this, that, and the other thing, you know, obviously this isn't working, so we've got to try something. So, yeah, just word of warning if you're playing this map, and that might happen to you. If it does, let me know. I would like to know if it's simply a me thing or not. Speaking of me things, if you guys are wondering why, well, apart from the fact that everybody and their dog is doing it, why I haven't uploaded any more Gold Rush videos. Reason is quite simple, and again, it's all a matter of me not reading the instructions. It turns out my computer's not really enough out of the potato realm to run it. You need 16 gig of RAM is what's recommended. I have 8. And because I only have a 2-slot motherboard, yeah, it's been one of those things. I'm continuously contemplating replace the entire board with one that has 4 slots. Then I can keep my 2 4 gig sticks, add 2 more 4 gig sticks, and have my 16. The issue with it is, of course, is that it's never that simple. You know, it would cost me less to simply buy 16 gigs of RAM, but then, of course, I've got 8 gigs sitting here doing nothing. Because, again, I could only put the new 2 8 gig sticks in to replace the 4 gig ones. So, what I've thought of doing is picking up 16 gig of RAM, throwing them on my current board, and then when I can afford to upgrade my motherboard to something a little decent, then I will have 24 gigs. So, but hopefully in about a week I will be ordering the new RAM. But yeah, I actually it was coming to a point. I was doing the hog trough, and I had upgraded to the extension. I got the buckets up to 99%, and I was walking back towards the truck, and I was going to grab the pan, and the game died. And I thought, oh no. So I reloaded it, and of course all of that was gone. So I started refilling the buckets and saving every 2 fills. The game crashed again, but this time it crashed in such a way as it brought up an error. And the error was, your computer is low on memory. Please shut down blah 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 execute to prevent whatever the heck it is. I don't remember the exact wording, but basically you can start to have some pretty serious issues if you don't, you know, back off. And yeah, it closed the game. And I thought, well, that's a little bit weird. So I messed around with my page filing a bit, but yeah, it's I didn't know when I first went on to Kickstarter and backed the game. Yeah, I had no idea that my computer did not meet the minimum requirements. The good thing is, I was incredibly disappointed in the game because after watching a couple of other videos, I realized that, wow, at one point they give you 40 ounces of gold just out of the blue, you know. I could understand if it was like a 2 or 3 ounce nugget, just to make you feel like, wow, maybe there's something more than just this continuous 1%, 2% grind thing, you know, where every bit of gold you find is, you know, a half a gram, or it's just a flake, or... But no, they basically, you know, threw 50K in your pocket and went, there you are, now you don't have to play with tier 1 anymore. That is now an option. You can turn that off before you start. So that's one good thing. So hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, I will have a package arriving with 16 gig of RAM, and I can get back. So, I mean, it doesn't help that, you know, having Steam as your platform for your games, that little puppy sucks 100 meg of RAM just running, you know, which is a lot. If I do it with things like the Anno series, which of course then you've got Uplay's extra a little window of goodness coming up, yeah. But I mean, obviously Gold Rush was just Steam plus my recording software, but yeah, can't do it. My computer is too much of a potato. And that's really weird that a video game requires that much of that RAM. Like, my video card was handling it quite well. It wasn't using 4 gigs of video RAM, but it was using 8 gigs of onboard memory. So, kind of strange. It really makes me wonder if there's something really unoptimal going on in that game. A lot of people have talked about a memory leak, even guys with 16 gig rigs have been going, well, you know, I look at my, and I guess they get fancy enough kit, their second monitor, they can leave the resource monitors running. And yeah, they're watching as the memory, you know, adds and adds and adds and adds, and that's kind of weird, because for the most part, you know, other than the occasional spike, usually if it just keeps using more and more and more memory, it's one of two things. You're either using your video rendering software, which will eat anything you have, and will just gradually add it as it becomes available, or your game has a memory leak, you know, and I think there is that issue, and I think that may be why it was something they've known right from the start, you know, and that's why they've advised 16 gigs. I have no other game in my 600 game Steam library that requires 16 gigs of RAM to run. You know, I have ones that my video card isn't good enough to run them on anything but potato. You know, but yeah, nothing. So it makes me wonder. But there you go. That's why you haven't seen any Gold Rush videos from me. So, of course, by the time I do start putting them up, you guys will be completely sick of them, because everybody and their dog has been pumping them out. So, anyway, you can see what I am up to here for the day. I'm going to continue this. I'm hoping at the little noon changeover thing that maybe one of our other crops will come up. But till then, like I say, if you guys would go over to VidMe and make sure to hit the follow, that would really be appreciated. I would love to get verified over there, otherwise there's almost no point. And of course, let me know what we're going to do about this map come winter. Do we move up to the new one and get things that are more balanced? Do we stay with this one? Or do we go, hey, let's just go find something else to do? Look forward to all your comments. Don't forget to hit the like button. Remember to favorite and share. And all the good YouTube-y stuff. Till next time, though, folks, this has been Species 7 for Pine Cove Productions. Take care of each other, folks. And ciao for now.